welcome back to the program. Oh, man, we've got a lot of great things. I want to talk to you about PIMCO, a company with some of the most savvy bond investors in the world, and other companies that have made known that they are not buying the Fed's line that bonds are suddenly in demand. PIMCO is taking an uber-cautious stand on bonds because of massive borrowing happening in the U.S. foreign investors, who I just told you last segment bought up $697.5 billion in bonds through 3 quarters in 2009. They're also starting to pull back from U.S. bonds. China is now doing it. The largest foreign owner of American securities has expressed concern over the mounting debt in the U.S. The People's Bank of China Deputy Governor Zhu Min said recently that the U.S. can't continue to expect foreign countries to increase their holdings in treasuries, adding that doubling holdings is, quote, definitely impossible. So what happens when we get to that point? China and other investors stop financing our debt growth, which is unstoppable. Well, there are 3 options. 1, we sober up, and a miracle happens. The stimulus package and all this stuff that we've done worked. And I come on to television and say, I was wrong. Everything I said was wrong, and I apologize, Mr. President. You've saved the country. That's the first one. The second one is the Fed and the Treasury and the government decide they're just going to print up more money and make up for the shortfall because nobody's loaning us any more money. The third is they can stop printing money. Well, if you print money, then your money is worthless, okay? Hyperinflation. But this one, if you stop printing money, well, then you get what's behind door number 2, and that is another depression. Everything comes to a grinding halt. Programs lose funding. Social Security checks go unpaid. Employers can't meet payrolls. It's not just another Great Depression. It is the Great Depression times 100. This is the reason why I told you 2 years ago, please study the Weimar Republic, because the German politicians were faced with exactly the same situation that we're entering into now. And they chose the same thing we got to do something politicians are choosing to do. Print and hope that something else happens. Well, that leads to the pleasant option behind door number 3, hyperinflation. Well, you don't know what hyperinflation looks like. It looks ugly, real ugly. The value of money drops so fast that you have to immediately run out and spend your paycheck. Do we have a picture of the Weimar hyperinflation? Here's a guy, this is money to go out and buy a loaf of bread. Weimar hyperinflation. Wheelbarrow of money, loaf of bread. Monetizing your debt, by the way, always ends exactly the same way. In the history of the world, it has never ended any other way. But we're America. So I'm sure the laws of economics and physics will just bend for America. You have to ask yourself, are the people in Washington this stupid that they think they can get away with this? Or is it part of Cloward and Piven? Well, I don't think that they're stupid. It's not a coincidence that seemingly every economic initiative this administration pursued leads us down an unsustainable path, like the latest debacle with unions and pension plans, something, again, I warned you about over 2 years ago. I'll share that with you next.